While the most important thing is to get the serve in play, it's also an opportunity to cause trouble for the opponents. After all, you have a lot of control when you're serving. You can stand where you want, you can wait until you're ready, and you can send the ball at your convenience. This is an opportunity to cause trouble, either by hitting the ball fast, sending it deep in the court, aiming for an opponent's weakness, or making them chase the ball as they get ready to hit it. Players can also hit their serve with spin, making it even more challenging for the returners to get ready. When serving, it's important for both of the players to be just behind the baseline, and it's a good idea after the serve is struck that both players stay on or behind that line. One of the rules of pickleball is that the first two shots have to bounce. So that means the serve will be allowed to bounce, but the return coming back to the servers also has to bounce. By serving and staying back on or behind the baseline, the serving team almost guarantees that the return is going to be able to bounce in front of them, making it much more comfortable when they hit their third shot. If players serve and wander forward, they're asking for trouble, because if the return of serve is deep, it's more likely to land near their feet and be very uncomfortable, or possibly even force them to hit the ball out of the air before the bounce, breaking the two-bounce rule. When returning serve, it's typically a good idea to hit the return of serve and then to run toward the net. And this is a chance to apply pressure by stealing your opponent's time to react and getting high balls that you can hit hard. Typically, you'll notice that the returner's partner starts up near the non-volley line. This isn't a rule, but strategically it makes sense. They're giving themselves a head start. And after the returner hits the return, they will typically move up to the non-volley line, joining their partner, forming a wall, and putting pressure on the opponents. There are a few things to consider when hitting a return of serve. The most important goal is to get the ball in play. And one way to do this is by aiming down the middle of the court. That way, if you miss a little to the left or to the right, the ball is still in. However, returning down the center of the court also gives the serving team an opportunity to decide who hits the next ball. This will allow the stronger player to get the ball more often. Strong pickleball teams typically think about who they want to return the serve to, forcing that weaker player to hit the next shot. When returning serve, it's typically a good idea to return deep in the court, and that has to do with where the player moves after the return. Typically, after returning the serve, the player will move to the net, joining their partner who's already up there. The deeper the return, the farther back the opponents will be when they hit their third shot. Especially if they hit that third shot hard, it will be nice for the opponents at the net to have more time to react. If, on the other hand, the return of serve is short, allowing the serving team to move forward, when they hit that third shot hard, the net team will have very little time to react and likely be on defense.